Welcome to Cosmos and Commerce. I'm Janis Francis, and I am here with
Michele Cook from Body Ache Escape Massage Center.
Yep. And I forgot to stay with the Humble Crate Artisan Marketplace and Remax Connection Realtors.
We are recording our second episode of Cosmos and Commerce.
So excited about getting this podcast done. And I'm so grateful that I'm doing it with you.
Me as well. So if you didn't catch our first episode, I interviewed Janis. So you got to go back and listen to that.
Yes, you do. And then I am here now to interview Michele. So we found out all about me and some things about my business and my background. And now we're going to find out about Michele, her business, her background. Sometimes we do get a little off task, but we always return full circle. Yeah. We make it back. So, Michele.
Yes.
Tell me about Body Ache Escape and how you started that business.
Okay. I became a massage therapist in 2002. And I got my first job at the YMCA, renting a little room inside the fitness center. I worked there for 8 years, and my schedule was fully booked months out. And while I was there, I shared that room with Kyron Moses because I couldn't work 24 hours a day. So he worked like the evening and I'd work the day or vice versa. So there were some things happening at the Y that made it apparent that it was time to go.
Oh my.
Yes. So I called Kyron and I said, hey, I'm thinking about opening my own spot up. I've reached full capacity, can't make it any further unless I expand. And he said, I'm in, let's do it. So it took us 6 months and we were up and running at Body Ache Escape.
Where was your first location?
Our first location was 1509 Stone Creek Drive in Pickerington, Ohio.
Okay.
We were there for, I think, 3 months maybe. And the landlord came to us and said, hey, somebody else wants this entire building. We were just in a suite of 500 square feet in a like 3,000 square foot building. They said, Ohio Health wants to come in here and take this whole building. Would you all move into the front of the complex into a different building? We'll give you more space. You can have up to 1,200 square feet if you'd like.
And I said, price?
For a good deal.
Yeah, good.
So I said, I don't know if I'm ready for 1,200 square feet yet. We're just open. So I was like, we'll take 3 rooms. So there was 6 rooms total. We took 3 of them. And then a couple years later, we were ready for the whole thing.
That's awesome. It just grew and grew. Oh, I'm so glad that you did that. And I'm glad that the other rooms were available once you continued to grow.
Yeah, I am too. I'm glad nobody else took it.
That's great. And that's where you are now, right?
That is where we're at now. 1501 Stone Creek Drive, not 1509, 1501. But that segues me into telling you that we are about to expand again.
Yes.
Into 3,500 square feet. And our new address will be 180 Postage Drive in Pickerington.
That is amazing. I am so happy for you. That's working out.
We're going to go from, we use 5 rooms as massage rooms, and the 3,500 square feet will hold 10 rooms of treatment rooms and then 2 sauna rooms. And then we'll have a break room and an office and bathrooms. Yeah.
You have thought about like it being a whole wellness center.
Yes. I think we're going to change our name and be called Body Ache Escape Wellness Center instead of Massage Center.
Yeah. Rebrand a little bit. Yeah. That is awesome.
So exciting.
So that's a really proud thing to be, or something to be very proud of.
Yes.
So that is
great. I am very proud.
Oh, awesome. Is that your proudest accomplishment, or what is your proudest accomplishment?
I am very proud of it, but I haven't done it alone. So I don't know that I take full accountability of it. So I would say my proudest accomplishment is probably, I've done a lot of like inner self work. So I think like looking back at how I used to be and used to act and react to things versus how I do now after all this training and reading and growing and working on myself, I think that's probably the proudest, is how far I've come inside.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
great. That's very deep. Michele, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I think we will have a second location of Body Ache Escape. And I will probably have my hand in a couple of other business ventures, would be my guess, because I like a lot of variety.
Good.
Good. I get bored easily. I like to move on to the next thing.
It's funny that you say that because I'm talking about variety right now. Something came up, it just fell in my lap, and I'm thinking about doing something else as well.
Oh.
It's all related to like Humble Crate and selling like on consignment and stuff like that, but it's just something bigger. I may need a partner. So anyway, it's like combining the real estate and Humble Crate. It actually is combining the two.
Okay.
Michele, what motivates you to work hard?
I'm very competitive with myself and with others. I wouldn't say I'm the most competitive person that ever lived, but I'm competitive enough that it motivates me to be better.
Okay.
For instance, I am the one who does our website. I work on our website and I check our like Google Analytics every day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And last month I said, Joe is my husband. I said, Joe, I just hit 1 million impressions.
1 million?
In 3-month period.
That is crazy.
I know.
It's amazing.
I said, awesome. I just hit 1 million. I said, how fast do you think I could double it?
Oh, so I get that.
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from.
Competitive with myself.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I first started at the Reax office where I am now, they did a monthly newsletter. And the realtors who, congratulations to our top 3 or top 5 realtors, and you always wanted to see your name there. So I get that. So Michele, do you have a current passion project?
I would say this podcast is probably my current passion project.
Yeah, I get it. I think we probably could answer the same thing with that. Yes. Oh my gosh, I know. So it's been for you guys. This is our 1, 2, 3, 4th.
Yes.
4th time, and we've had problems with
microphone bleed.
And all that. This is the first time we're trying it in 2 different locations. Hopefully it works out. It'll be good. But Michele, I know you can do it. Michele's the technical end of all this, and I'm very appreciative. More than you will ever know.
This is making me feel very untechnical. But I'm hoping this solution or this distance podcast is the solution.
And wearing the headphones. It's all a thing that makes a difference. Maybe there's a reason why they include the headphones with the kit.
Yes. They're actually required.
Michele, what skill would you like to master?
I would love to master search engine optimization.
SEO.
I know. So
Dave said the other day, SEO, what's that? And I was really happy I had the answer to that.
Michele told me. I know what
that is.
I've gotten fairly good at it, but I would love to learn all the intricacies.
Yeah. I think it's, you know what, that's life, right?
Yes.
Like you live and learn, and the more you do something, the more you'll get it down. Yeah. We'll have it down pat in no time.
You know what I was pondering today?
Tell me.
You know how some people are so scared to do something because they feel like they're going to start over, right? Yes, they're going to fail and they're going to have to start all over. Yeah. But I feel like that should be reframed. They're not going to start over. They're starting from what they already know. They already know stuff.
You got a lifetime of knowledge.
Yeah. So it's not starting over. It's starting from step 3 or whatever.
Oh, for sure. And and you probably have all kinds of people have all kinds of information within them that they're don't feel confident to maybe work towards whatever goals that they want to achieve. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. How did you come up with your name? So,
Yes.
Michele, how did
Yes.
you call Body Ache Escape?
Okay, this was kind of tricky. I had a hard time. So
Okay.
maybe my method will help some people out there, hopefully. Every word I could possibly think that had to do with massage, the body, the location, whatever, I put on a piece of paper. I wrote as small as I could, and there was probably 150 words on this paper. I got a fresh paper and I started combining the words. And
Okay.
finally, Body Ache Escape appeared, and I was like, that actually sounds pretty good. So that's what I went
Yeah.
with. Yeah.
Yeah. Did your partner have anything to did you do that before you even talked to him about a company of your own?
No, we talked about names and we both were having a hard time together. So I came up with several names. I was like, there's Urban Wellness Center, and there was a few that I gave him, and we both were like, no, that's the one. That's the one. Body Ache Escape.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And it kind of rhymes. It kind of flows off
I
your tongue.
know.
Yeah,
I know.
I love it.
I
Michele, how do you measure success?
I usually have a goal in mind, and then I make little goals to that big goal. And then when I hit the little goals, I know I'm on my way to success.
So do you write that down or do you put that in your schedule?
Oh, good question.
You said earlier because
I know.
I write my stuff down, but you put yours in your schedule.
Yes. My to-do list I put in my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But my goals I write down in my journal. I have a journal that I write in.
Oh, okay. Have
Yeah.
you had a journal like for a long time?
Off and on. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Since I was a kid, I've
Do you
written in
keep
it.
them? Do you
Yes.
have all of them from when you were a kid?
Yes. And it's pretty amusing.
I bet. Do you ever go back and look at them and read
Yes.
them?
The ones
Did
from when I
you,
was a kid, do you want to know what's mostly in them?
yeah.
About the TV show I was watching at the time
Okay.
and about the boys that I liked.
Sure, of
That
course.
was the gist of it.
All right. Michele, what three tips, or even one main tip, doesn't have to be three if you can't think of three, what main tip would you give somebody new who wants to just start a new business?
I would say find somebody that has already done what you want to do and get their advice, even if you have to pay for it. And then I would also say you have to really hustle those first couple years. Do what you need to do to make it work, and then it'll
Mm-hmm.
pay off. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you work really hard in those first few years, you won't have to work as hard the subsequent.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think that like hanging out with people, business people, like people of like mind, right? Join the
Mm-hmm.
chambers or whatever. And when you're hanging with people that are successful, I think that helps you become successful as well. Does that make sense?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you the path of one of the best things that I did. I took this really great business class and it was free.
Those are the best classes, the
I
free
know,
ones.
but I want to tell you how I found it. So I joined this association called National Association of Women Business Owners. For short, we call it
Yeah.
NABO.
Yes.
So I joined NABO and I started meeting all these ladies. And one of them reached out to me and said, I got a recommendation that you should take this class that I'm starting for the SBA. It was like maybe a 12-week class, and it was pretty intense. We met for a whole 6 hours on one day and for 12 weeks. It was great. It was called Scale
And
Up.
that was free? That was
It was
free?
yeah, she got a grant from the
Oh.
SBA to put this class on.
And it was called Scale Up?
Yes.
I know a lot of people that are members of NABO
Mm-hmm.
and they're all highly successful women
Yeah.
business owners. I should consider
Yeah.
joining.
You should.
I
It's
know.
great. It's great connections.
Do you
Mhm.
still go? Do you still a
Yeah.
member?
I don't
How
go as
often do you,
often as I should go or as I would like. I don't.
yeah. How often do they meet?
Once a month, they have a
Oh,
luncheon
okay.
and then they have a lot of other things that don't happen regularly. But the
Yeah.
luncheon is a regular.
Where do they meet? Downtown? Is it
No,
downtown Columbus?
I wish it was, but it is not. If it was downtown, I might be tempted to go more. It's in Upper Arlington area.
Oh. So that's good. Nabo, free class. You lucked out with that.
I'm about to take another free class, FYI. It's going to be great. I
Where is
feel
it?
it's going to be held at Columbus State downtown, unfortunately. But it's called 10,000 Small Businesses and it's put on by Goldman Sachs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I believe you have to hit certain qualifications before you can qualify to be in the
To be
class.
there.
But it's
Yeah.
free.
Oh, wow.
I'm excited.
Wow. Good for you. When is that? You're
I
always in
know. I'm
classes and
always in classes.
seminars,
I am.
but you're constantly learning. And look at you. Your business is growing,
Yeah.
expanding. You're doing great. I'm proud to know you.
Yes, I feel like
You
if you're not
inspire me.
well, thanks. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're not growing, you're dying. So I feel like I'm always going to be learning something my whole life. I love it.
Perpetual student.
Yes. I just finished up the Tony Robbins whole
Yes.
business mastery. That was excellent.
That's awesome. That's
If you've
great.
been on the fence, I would say go for it and try to find a group to go in with virtually, and that way it'll be cost less, and you'll
Yeah.
be able to brainstorm together.
So, Michele, if you feel
Yes.
overwhelmed
Yes.
or unfocused, what do you do?
Oh, I usually flip out. Okay. First step, flip out a little. Second
Yes.
step,
Focus and chill.
write everything down so it's not so bad. When everything's written down, you're like, oh, why am I worrying about that?
Why am I freaking out?
Yeah, it's simple.
Yeah.
Third step, breathe. Meditate. Yeah.
And go get a massage at Body
Get a massage. Yeah. Yes.
And then go shop at the Humble Crate Artisan Marketplace.
Yeah.
Find something.
Exactly.
So, what is an unusual habit or an absurd thing that you love?
I feel like it's absurd because it's a little granny kind of thing that I've been doing since I was in middle school. But I love to cross stitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. You were telling me about your project for Joe.
Yes. Yeah. I'm making a probably 6 foot by 4 foot completely covered cross stitch for him for his basement.
That is humongous.
Very. I figured I did the math the other day. It's going to take me
62 years.
2 more years. If I do 200 stitches a day, it will take me 2 more years.
So how long does it take you to do 200 stitches if you just sit and do them straight on? No breaks. 5 hours?
2 shows.
2 shows?
Yeah, 2 shows.
Like hour-long shows?
We have Hulu, so I would say 2 45-minute shows, hour and a half.
Oh, okay, because there's no commercials.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a question. So I'm toying with the idea of dumping cable.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have cable?
No.
Okay, but can you watch like live TV?
Yeah, you get Hulu Live.
Okay.
But why would you ever want to watch live TV if you can have it all?
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm thinking about dumping cable, because you can pull all this stuff on demand. And why do you have to see it? Because I'm not always home.
Yeah.
You know, when the show is on.
I mean, do you like to watch the news?
No, heck no. I never watch the news.
Do you like to watch sports?
Heck no.
Okay. No, you don't need Hulu Live. No.
Okay. I just record the Food Network shows. Now that I think about it, TV is just stupid all the way. I probably don't need cable at all.
See, if you want to watch live TV, you could also get an antenna.
I've got that. I've got an antenna, and on my TV, whatever. So
yeah, because Hulu Live is $90 a month, but we get the most expensive package because Joe likes to watch
Joe
sports.
likes sports. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Dave lifts weights and Dave does sporty things, but he doesn't like to watch sports. And I don't watch sports, so I don't care about that one little bit. Alrighty. What purchase of $100 or less has most positively impacted your life in the last 6 months or in your recent memory?
I love houseplants. I have probably 50, but I would love 100. I would love to fill my house with houseplants.
Do you have succulents or cactus or just all of it? Okay.
I have succulents. I like pothos. I like philodendrons.
Okay.
I like ivy. So I found on Etsy that you can buy plant clippings. Like other people clip plants off, and I can propagate the start new plants. I have propagation tubes.
Yeah.
To put them in until they grow roots that are long enough to put them in a pot.
Do you know I have some really cute ones I sell here at the shop?
Yeah, because I told you should have a plant class on how to propagate.
All
because I was trying to learn.
Oh, okay. I love all that. I just don't know much about it at all. And Alicia, that does the plants in here that we've got a ton of plants now. It's fairly new, actually. She knows everything about plants. There's a plant group, I think, on Facebook that she's on. Are you on any of those groups?
Yes. I've learned a lot from them.
Oh, good. So we were talking about what purchase of $100 or less. What did you purchase?
Those plant clippings and the propagation station. Oh. Yeah, they weren't much.
Oh, okay.
It's like $20 for 10 clippings, and usually it costs at least $5 to buy a plant.
Sure.
And when you can get a new plant for $2, it's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. I just learned recently about, like, for selling things here at the shop and even at home as well, say for cactus or the succulents, they have a different, like a soil, potting soil, whatever, that you want to put them in. Yeah. And my daughter has a beautiful cactus at her mailbox, and a cactus that grows outside here in Ohio.
What?
And it's flowering right now, and it's yellow, and it is beautiful. I took 2 of the things off of it. We were over there on Sunday, and I have them propagating right now in soil. And like the succulents, I'm looking for the picture that I took of it so I can show you. Can you see that?
Yeah. That is big and pretty.
That is on her mailbox. See
wow. That? Can she get her mail without getting prickled?
Yeah. Yeah. But that's growing here in Ohio. She lives in Circleville, and it's a cactus.
That's crazy.
So I know. And it had some new buds or whatever, you know how the new growth you say. So I took 2 of those off, and it poked me, of course. And I'm like, I was mad about that. But anyway, I took them home, and I had the cactus soil because of something I potted here at the shop. And I've got them in there. And Alicia here at the shop, she told me that they're very easy to propagate.
Oh, yeah.
So I have them in cups sitting on my counter in the kitchen. I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah. I think even you might want to add, I've heard from the Facebook groups that sometimes you want to add more perlite and vermiculite to the cactus soil because sometimes it's still not
enough
as airy as you want it to be.
Yeah. Michele, what is one of the best or most worthwhile investments you've ever made?
I would say working so hard in my business in the beginning. And all the classes I took to work on myself were good investments.
They are. When you invest in yourself, it's priceless.
I know. Pays you dividends.
Yeah, it does. A friend of mine, she told me, I've known her for over 30 years, but she told me recently that she has never regretted spending money on herself and her health. And she's a personal trainer now, and all the stuff that she has done to better herself, working out and all that kind of stuff.
I think it might have took me a lot longer for the things to sink in than the average person, but like I had to take double the classes.
That's all right. You're still young. You're still young.
Yeah.
Let's finish up with this one, okay?
Okay.
What is the book or books you've given the most as a gift and why? Or what are one of the books that you have that has greatly influenced your life?
I know the book that I've given out the most, and it's greatly influenced my life. Both. It is called The Mood Cure. I forget who it's by, a doctor.
Yeah.
But so in 2021, it was something with COVID, something with my chemicals in my brain. But 2021 was like the darkest year of my life.
It was bad. I think it was bad for everybody. Yeah.
It was bad. I had so much anxiety that I could not even drive my car more than 5 miles.
Oh my gosh.
So
I
bad.
did not know that.
Yeah, it was so bad. So I am not the type of person that can just accept maladies that happen to me. I have to figure out a solution and fix them. So I got this book. Somebody told me about it, read it, applied everything it said. So she lays out this whole supplement regimen. You take a quiz in the beginning to figure out which category of mood disorders you fall into. I fell into all of them, but I was I scored more points in one than any of the other ones. So I started following the supplement regimen that had to do with like amino acids, adding amino acids into your diet and vitamins.
Yeah.
And within 3 months, I was off all the medication the doctors prescribed me, which I think was the wrong ones. And I was back to feeling my old self. Yeah, within 3 months. And then I was able to lose 75 pounds.
Julia Ross?
It's yellow. Ross. It's a yellow book. Okay, Julia Ross. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So it was really helpful.
Oh my God. Life-changing.
And your doctor prescribed medications and then...
Yeah. And he prescribed, I believe, the wrong medication. It made me like a zombie and it made me have zero personality. I was like flatlined.
Oh,
I did not smile. I did not cry. I just survived. And
was it just like anxiety medication or something like that?
I had a reaction to one of the normal serotonin reuptake. I got an instant headache like from taking Zoloft. So the doctor said, since that happened, it's likely that you have bipolar 2. And I do not have bipolar 2. So he misdiagnosed me and gave me a prescription that is for bipolar.
Oh my goodness.
Like it just made me have zero moods. Like,
thank goodness for that book you read.
I know.
That is awesome.
Yes.
I'm happy.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you, Julia.
Thank you, Julia. So I think that's a really good place to wrap up. What do you think?
I think so too.
Yeah, that's awesome. I loved getting to know you. I learned stuff that I did not know about you. I've known you a few years, but
I know we keep learning new things about each other on these podcast interviews.
Yeah, I think that's great. The more you know, the more you know.
Exactly. All right, that is our episode 2. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
And we will see you next week with our very first guest. Yeah. If you would like to be a guest, send us an email at either michelle@bodyacheescape.com or
Janis at homesbyjanis.net or humblecratellc@gmail.com.
Yes. Soon we'll have a Cosmos and Commerce email, but not yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That'd be great. Yeah, we can hook that up. Yeah, that'd be great.
But we do have a website, cosmosandcommerce.com.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
We're off.